Okay, let's see. So, what do we got here? What do we got? Excellent reports YouTube. Number reports Twitch, so I guess everything's working. Okay. Oh, go. Silence your phone. Silence your phone really quick. Silence your phone. Silence it. Silence it. Got it. Okay. All right. So, let me do my series of hitting enter. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Lots of these. Right there. Right there. Let's see. This. Now I remember they said there's a new place. Is this it? Hold on. I have to. They created one of the Discords I'm in. Members feed. Okay, got it. Created a specific area for people to. Oh, new post. New post. Art stream is live. Oh, I have to title it. Okay. Whoa, why is it? Oh. Art Foundry. Hold on. Foundry. Art stream. Okay. Enter message. Enter. Oh. Post. There it is. Okay. So then I just need to put it in one more place, which is right there. Okay, that's everywhere, yes? Yes. I can now close Discord. Thank you. Boom. And let's check on, go to live chat. Oh, let me say, hello. Oop, gotta spell it right. Hello, chat. Bang. And there it is. And hello, chat. Bang. And there it is. So that verifies our chat room is working. I am doing my stream earlier than usual. Oh, wow. My mic is really far down. Hold on. Let me move this. It seems way too low. Hold on. There we are. That's more like I usually have it. I'm streaming a little earlier than usual. Well, not a little bit, now about an hour earlier, because it just works out better this evening. So, sorry if anybody was waiting till an hour from now, but this was actually the best window for me to do a stream. So, that's what I'm doing. Probably going to be a little bit shorter than typical this evening. I'll aim for about 45, 50 minutes or something like that. Just because the timing's a little bit off. But, okay, post there. Yeah. Wasting a bunch of that time just posting in different places. I mean, it's the madness of the fact that you can't just have one. I have to look. There's got to be somebody must make an app that lets you just post into a bunch of different feeds at once. It's got to be. What? No, this has got to be a bot account. Okay, or well, whatever. I actually don't care. All right, bang. And we are done. That's everywhere. So, now, let me move my keyboard. Keep it in arm's reach, though, in case anybody types anything in the chat. And let's move the iPad into position. And rotate so we get the wide view on it. There we go. I gotta replace the wallpaper on that. Got to replace that wallpaper. And let's go into reflector and verify source. Oh. Yeah. You know what? Reflector doesn't work until you actually mirror it. Moron. Moron being me. Okay, there we are. Go back in. Wait for the number. There it is. Give that a second, and it should appear. Okay, there it is. And we're good. Okay. Let's get this going. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water while that's playing. All right, I've silenced my phone. Everything's good. Everything's good. You should see. Hey, there it is. So here we are, as we were last time, continuing to work on the glass here. Yeah, that lamp glass is going to change. I'm just telling you that right now. That lamp glass is going to change. But let's not get too caught up on that. Let's turn our colors back off so we're back to black and white. Turn off the lamp glass, not that you can see it anyway. And all right, so what we need now, let me check let's check on the old layer count. What are we at? Ooh, we're maxed. Oh, no, 70 available. Sorry, I misread that. Okay, we have plenty of layers. Plenty of layers. All right. So, now we're doing the clothing. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. I think I like that one. So this is purely... I have to double check something. Let me turn... let me just do... No, not black, though. Like dark gray. I just need to be able to see the glass that I've already done. Just to make sure. Yes, so basically anything... Oh, I have to do the outside chains. That's right, that's right, that's right. I forgot about the outside chains. Actually, I do need this color on, please. So please activate. Go Gadget background color. I have to do the chains. Let's do the chains. So I just have, and I already know what it is because, oh, that's, why is that inverted? Oh, that's the chain color. Yeah, okay. That's an inverted chain color. I got it. So I have to do, that one's a round one, yes. So this is just the outsides of the chains. I did the inner links already. So this will be relatively easy. Relatively. And I'm on the wrong layer. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm going to duplicate that layer. I just like having that one there. All right, pump that up. Yeah, there we go. Gotta be a little bit careful with what I'm doing here, but I kind of know where I am. I just don't want to, I don't want to go into the chains. I just want to go around the big parts just to make this somewhat easier. Because we did the internal links. So now we have to do all the external, meaning chain links when I say links. Yeah, okay. And so let's drop this back way down to like 30. That's probably still, oh no, that's not bad. So we'll just go in here, just chop all this. Whoop, go around that. I have to double check what I did for the, for that. I'll be careful there. Scrub that. Scrub this. There we are. We have chains coming in here, but we can go in between that. And we'll erase all this. And we'll just dance around that. Yeah, so after the chains are done... Oh, no, don't erase that. After the chains are done, then it will just be the actual Lagomos clothing stuff. And then maybe some accent pieces, but by and large, the worst part of the glass is done, which was the radiance lines because I had so many of them so close. The links of the chain, you know, annoying to some extent, but not the worst thing in the world. It's perfectly okay. I think it'll go quicker. Just gotta be very careful. I really, yeah, see, I shouldn't use the big brush there. The big eraser, I should say. I mean, it is a brush, but it's an eraser brush. So, do that. So, yeah. Way too close on that. So, it's currently about 101 degrees here in Northern California, which is less than ideal. Luckily, unlike last year, where we had no shortage of air conditioning issues, the air conditioning is working. So I am extremely happy about that. Because last year, our air conditioning decided... I'm going to knock this down just a tad there, just so I have some... Yeah. Our air conditioning decided to stop working for several very warm days, which was not great. But it's working this year. I mean, I had them do a bunch of maintenance on it, too. It wasn't a maintenance thing. It was not from neglect, because that was... We did have one year where we did... honestly, this was when, you know, new homeowners, not knowing all the stuff you're supposed to do, had no real knowledge of the fact that you need to change the filter in your air conditioning unit. Number one, at all. But number two, especially if you have pets and or long hair, which we have both, then you really need to be on top of it because it gets clogged up. We blew our AC motor on the internal unit, and that was very bad because not only was it expensive, but then you have no air. What happened last year was we didn't realize that our coolant, there was a leak in the pipes, but it wasn't really obvious until, and so what happened was gradually, this is what was interesting about it, you know, interesting once it was fixed to be like, oh, that's fascinating. Not interesting when it was going on. It was like, oh, really? But what happened is that, you know, again, this is just something where you don't really notice it because the coolant was leaking at a slow rate, okay? So it's not like we went to turn on the air one day and it just didn't work. It worked, and in fact, it was working to an extent where we didn't really notice that the house, you know, at some point we did notice that the house didn't seem to be cooling what we thought was as fast as it had before. What we didn't realize was it wasn't cooling really at all. It was just going to a certain point, which was the mid to high 80s, and that's as far as the AC could get us down because the coolant level was so low. So, you know, once then I learned, okay, take a temperature reading and you know it's where it's supposed to be. You know, it should be at when it starts out, it's around 66 or so. And I mean, you can, so now I'm very, very kind of sensitive to how cold the air should be coming out. So I keep a much tighter eye on it. But yes, that, the first AC problem we had was out of ignorance. The second one was just because it wasn't a sudden coolant loss. It was a very gradual one. So it was not great. I guess I'll just put it like that. We had some very, very warm nights, which less concerning, to be honest, for me and my wife. I mean, we weren't having a great time, but it was more concerning for our dog. We just didn't want her to overheat, and we got lucky because it really wasn't, it wasn't ever so bad. I was actually genuinely worried. It was more of just being right on the edge of, okay, it's too warm in here, but it never really, we got lucky. We got lucky because they were able to do temporary coolant refills, you know, just enough so that it would work. And then that kept us through the hottest parts of it because, you know, these guys were doing repairs and it's 90 something degrees in the house when they're doing the repairs. That's no fun either. So basically they just did temporary coolant fixes until the temperature could come down and then finished everything else off. So it was a, you know, it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. So, you know, there was that. But it's working this year. So far, so good. So, but yeah, that was bad. It wasn't good. So, and I don't, my wife's better in the heat than I am. I have no tolerance for heat. Believe me, I do not do well in the heat at all. So I was not very happy for a while because I just don't like the heat. Do not like it. Do not enjoy it. So, like I said, got fixed. So can't complain too much. It did get repaired, and we were lucky. It was nothing really serious. It could have been some big deal. It was not. So we did get lucky there. I don't want to. You know what? I'm going to. This is the invert. I'm going to re-invert this for a minute just so I can see it. Okay, so what I need to do is erase here. Or wait, am I doing that wrong? Hold on. Nope, I erased it on the wrong layer. Knew exactly what I did. I gotta erase it here. Yeah, see, and then there we go. Now it's not doubling up. So I'll do that. And wait, am I on the right layer again? I am. I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, okay, got it. Yep, because that's the center point. And I'm on the right thing, right? Hold on. Yes. So center links, that's correct. Okay, so I gotta go back over here. And let's double check this. Okay, so, well, that's interesting. Why is it, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. I did it reversed? Wow, I did. I reversed it. Huh. That's unusual for me. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't reverse it. It's still this. It just looks like it's reversed, but in fact, yeah, it's just because it's so light. It was throwing me off. All right, I got it. I got it. Okay. So let's see here. All right. So that takes care of that. So I can turn this back off. Go back to that. Okay. So let's keep going here. All right. So I'm going to get rid of all that because that's the clothing. So that doesn't, it's not a factor for this. Going to go around the ring. Let's get all that out of there. Let's go this way. Okay, I'm going to go around that, not erase it, go around it. Around it. So yeah, so I am much happier with the air conditioning as it's working right now. That is great. Because I do love air conditioning. And I love it especially when it works. That's always nice when it's actually working. But yeah, first time was just plain ignorance. Second time was really not something I think it would have, anybody would have, it would have been the same unless you're really, really on top of, oh, I saw it. Let me get it back. There we go. Unless you are extremely on top of the temperature, I think most people probably would have missed it the way we did. Where you just, oh, that's right, because I didn't do the rings on the outside yet. That's why that's not done yet. There we are. Okay. So I think most people probably would have missed that. So I didn't feel as bad about that as I did with the filter thing because that was completely avoidable. I literally, if we had just changed the filters regularly. So now I, as I do with most things, I have a calendar item. When that calendar item goes off, that filter gets replaced. I don't care what it looks like. Because there are definitely times where it's dirtier than others. But you know what? I am not messing with the air conditioning. That last year, not that I needed to be reminded, but it really reinforced that, nope, you do as much as you can to keep that unit going. Because they can just fail. So I'm not going to help it. No way. I'm doing everything I can to keep that baby running. So, yeah, if you're not aware of that, and I hope you are, but on the off chance that you might be a brand new homeowner too, if you're listening to this and you don't know this, change your filter for your air conditioner and get a pay attention to how cold the air conditioning feels. And if it doesn't feel like it's cold, or you think it seems warmer than it used to be, get your coolant checked. Because guess what? We're moving into a future where it's going to be warmer, not colder. AC is going to become, I mean, honestly, not to get political, because I'm not trying to do that here, but just as a point of fact, just based on my own 20 years in California and seeing how the temperature has gone and speaking to people in other places that I know and hearing about how the temperature's going, at some point, this is not an exaggeration, at some point, I wonder if air conditioning is not going to become, like a thing that you have to have. Because it's not getting any cooler. And heat will kill you. I mean, it will kill you, and it'll kill you quick. There's heat stroke and heat exhaustion. One of them is far worse than the other. I've had the lighter weight one, and I did not feel good. I mean, I was concerned. And I know for a fact I wasn't in the danger zone of, I think heat stroke. I think heat stroke is the really bad one. I'm pretty sure. Whatever it is, whatever the really bad one is, I knew I wasn't in there, and yet I was sitting here going, if this feels like this, then heat stroke has to be unimaginably bad. I mean, I don't even want to know what that would be like with how whatever I had was. I have a feeling it's stroke is the bad one and exhaustion is the lighter weight, is the beginning of it. And it was really just carelessness. I was not paying attention to my water intake. It's that simple. I knew it was hot. I wasn't an idiot. I knew that the temperature was warm. I just wasn't paying close enough attention to, whoa, okay, not like that, to how much water I was drinking. And that's one quick way to do it. Don't drink enough water, and it will get you. So, like I said, I know I didn't have the bad one. I know it. Because I was, I just drank some water, sat under a fan for a little bit, and I felt better really quickly. And I know that with the badder one, I was about to say the badder one. I know with the worse version, at least as far as I understand it, you do not bounce back that quickly. It's not the same thing at all. So I got lucky that once I realized that I was being stupid, I very easily was able to correct what I was doing. So again, I was lucky. Boy, am I glad I was lucky, because I would not want to mess with that. Whoops. Yeah, I went a little close on that one. I didn't quite get into the other area, but I got close to it. Would not want to mess with that at all. So pay attention to these things. Pay attention to people that you know who are sensitive to it. Older people, your pets. Don't mess with it. It's, like I said, I do not think I had anything even in the realm of seriousness, and I felt bad. Bad. To where I was actually starting, like I said, I kind of got frightened by it. And I immediately was like, yeah, you're being stupid. Go get out of the heat and drink some water. What are you doing? And sure enough, that very quickly fixed it. Well, alleviated it. I should say fixed it. I didn't fix the stupid part of my brain, but at least I was not suffering from that anymore. So don't mess around, everybody. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. It's not fun. Because as I understand it, heat stroke is essentially your brain. The thing that makes it so dangerous is your brain starts to boil in your head, more or less. It's not literally sitting there bubbling. I'm not saying that. I know it's not literally boiling in your head, but you're overheating all your systems. And that's not a great place to be. It's easy to warm up. It's tougher to cool off. That's very, very true. You can run in place and heat up. There's not much you can do to cool off unless you happen across a pool. So I did not intend this stream to be a PSA on the dangers of extreme heat, but I am just saying that I wonder if at some point air conditioning will be something that you have to be supplied. I have a hunch it will be. I just, unless you live in a cool area, which even, I think it was last year I was reading about how people in the UK who generally do not own air conditioners were getting nailed by heat waves because none of them had air conditioners. So all this heat was coming in that was never there before, which they're not prepared for, and it was walloping them. And that's going to be more common. Again, I'm not trying to make this into a political stream, but I also don't think it's political at this point. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a political thing. Well, I shouldn't say that. I know what it is. I know what the political side of it. The political side of it is, I do think this is a mistake. So I will just give you my honest opinion on the entire global warming, climate change, whatever you want to call it thing, is I don't see any way that any normal, rational individual, I should say rational, not normal. Normality doesn't have anything to do with it. Rational person who's objective and understands how facts work. I don't understand how anybody of that mindset can look at what's going on and not realize there's a problem coming. I think what ends up being the sticking point, and what does get people to start responding irrationally and without, objective judgment, is that I don't think you can just say humans caused it all. That's definitely not true. Humans are a component. There are cycles to the planet. It does warm up and cool off. The problem is, and what, again, I don't see any way that you can deny it based on the data we have, is that we are amplifying the worst parts of these cycles. We're making things, we're not creating the things that are happening, but we are amplifying and worsening them. You know, that's it. I mean, again, that's not political. That's just measuring things and understanding how measurements work. You know, doesn't mean that everybody's bad because, you know, they drive cars and stuff. Some people get crazy with that. That, I think, is counterproductive. I don't see the point in making somebody feel like they are responsible for everything going wrong. What you want to do is say, oh, you have a part to play, but there's an upside to it. The human influence can be bad, but it can also be good. Human beings can contribute to reversing this stuff. We can do things smarter. It doesn't always have to be that it's just humans bad. And I think is the problem with a lot of things. A lot of the ways that people discuss things is they don't, I think, properly focus on the fact that, yes, people can do bad things and can make bad things happen, but they also have the ability to positively influence things. They can fix things. They can reverse things. They can correct things. You know, it doesn't have to all just be bad, which I feel like a lot of times it just gets reduced down to. And I don't. All you do then is make people retreat into a defensive posture, and then nothing happens. You just look around, you see plenty of evidence of that. Nothing will happen if everybody feels like they're on the defensive. You're not going to accomplish a thing. There we go. You know? Don't work. Can't make people feel like they have to be on the defense all the time. You have to make them feel like they are in partnership, not in opposition. But, yeah. Not a lot of that going around either. Everybody just wants to be angry at everybody, I guess. That's the world we're in. Everybody just wants to be blaming somebody else for something, angry about something, no ability to look at yourself anywhere and say, wait a minute, you know, am I maybe overlooking something here? And as I always say, I'm not saying that to make it sound like I'm some kind of genius. I certainly am not. But I do try to have some awareness of where my blind spots are, so that I can say, yeah, maybe I'm wrong about this. There's something else. People admitting they're wrong. Doesn't happen much anymore. Nobody's ever wrong about anything. You know? Nobody's wrong. Nobody's allowed to admit that they made an error and that they misjudged something. No, can't do it. Can't do it. Anyway, sorry. I'm not trying to make this stream into the feel bad hour. Definitely not. Because that's not my goal. That all just grew out of the fact that I was talking about my air conditioning working, which I'm very happy about because it's keeping us nice and cool here. Myself, my wife, and my dog are nice and air conditioned. So, yay for air conditioning. Boy, whoever invented air conditioning. That person should be as well known as the founding fathers of this country. I don't actually know who invented air conditioning. I should look it up. Because, oh boy, do I owe them. That person is a saint and should be celebrated as such. Yay for air conditioning. I know now everything, the hot thing now is heat pumps. That instead of cooling things down, they remove the heat. Which, you know, hey, sure. I got no problem with heat pumps. Whatever. I just don't want to be boiling to death. Move that a little bit. There we go. So, heat pump? Sure. You know, I think those are supposed to be better for the environment anyway. So I'm all for it. But that, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be heat pumps. That's interesting. I've read interesting things about the technology. I mean, it sounds really fascinating. And it makes a lot of sense why there's reasons it's better than air conditioning is. Like, I get it. But I also know, you know, you have to do a bunch of things to make it work with most houses. So that's going to be the problem is, you know, got to pay for it and get stuff retrofitted and then hope it actually works the way it's supposed to. I mean, I know it works the way it's supposed to, but I know that there's certain places. I know it's better suited to some areas of the world than others. It's not a universal. It's not always effective. I'm trying to remember. I had read where it's less effective. So it's not just a, yes, this will solve everything type of technology, which is too bad, because I am always in favor of a technology that just solves it everywhere for everybody. That'd be great. There aren't a lot of those around. Unfortunately, technology can't fix everything, and it can't fix everything for everybody. Boy, have we learned that in the last few years, haven't we? Can't fix everything, can't fix everything for everybody. Although I'm not as... I know that the... What do you call it? The flavor of the... I shouldn't say month. The flavor of the years lately has been anti-tech. And I'm not anti-tech because I'm doing this because of technology. I love it. I'm an enthusiast of technology. I don't think we should be anti-technology. I have no problem looking at the companies that control it. That's the real issue. It's not the technology. Technology is a tool. It's just there. You can use it for good or bad things, like so many tools in the world. It can be in the right hands a very creative and wonderful thing, like this, like the fact that I can do these drawings on a digital screen that can keep up with how fast I'm moving, which is not something even the first iPad, I remember it was laggy. The fact that I don't have to even think about what I'm doing here, that I can just keep moving along and the thing just works. At least with this iPad, and I don't think with my other one either, I don't recall a part where the thing slowed down and I couldn't get it to do what I needed it to do because it wasn't fast enough. That's astonishing, because I'm moving relatively quickly here. This is not exaggerated motion faster than what's actually happening. You're seeing it as it, if anything, what you're seeing is a little bit slower because there's a little bit of delay from the mirroring software, so you may not be seeing it quite as rapidly as I am. Plus, I think it's capped at 60 frames, and I think this is moving faster than that, or at least I am. Definitely moving faster than 60 frames. So, yeah, this is amazing. We didn't even conceive of this stuff when I was... when I was in art school, you didn't even... The idea of a tablet that you could do artwork on, it wasn't even... you wouldn't even have conceived that it could happen. Because, there weren't... When I was in school, there were no tablets. When I was in college, there were tablets. Not like this. They had the really garbagey mono grayscale whatevers, like the Newton and stuff like that. But the idea of something like this, nonsense. Laughed out of the room if you suggested such a thing. No way. Ain't never going to happen. Here it is. Here it is. So technology is amazing. I don't want to say it's a miracle. It's a little bit over the top, but it is miraculous. Ooh, there's a good word I don't get to employ often. Miraculous. It's miraculous. That's true. I would stick by that. Miraculous is the word. So, it's pretty awesome. I couldn't do my podcast without technology. Skype. I wouldn't be in as much touch with the people I know. I wouldn't have met people that I never would have met in a non-online life. I've talked about the fact that I reconnected with a friend of mine from 20 years ago. That's only because there's email and the fact that we were able to jump on a Skype call and stuff like that. Otherwise, I don't live there. I don't know that I ever would have gotten back in touch with him. I guess I could have tried to find him through the phone book or something, but even that, it's like, I don't think it would have happened. So I'm not anti-technology. I think technology has the same problem almost everything does, which is there are definitely elements of it that are overblown and overhyped, like the whole AI thing. I think that's the hot phrase of the moment. Oh, hold on a minute. That would be my sister. Who? Are you asking me who I reconnected with? My friend Doug that I went to, Doug Bielmeyer. He's I guess if he's got doctor in his name, he's a teacher. I guess that makes him a professor, right? I don't know how this stuff works. But anyway, I went to college with him. He's a composer. He does like experimental music. And I don't know however many months back this was now. This is my sister, by the way, so you're hearing the text thing going off. That's my sister. I'm trying to remember how it was a while ago. I mean, I want to say it was 6 months ago, maybe. I'm trying to remember what the first show we did together was, and I think it was about 6 months ago. And we've now done, geez, what did we do? We did a 6-part John Carpenter retrospective. Each part was, I want to say 3 or 4 hours. That ain't happening without technology. It's not happening. That we could, even to watch the movies. Because I think From Dusk Till Dawn, Near Dark, I think you can only watch it digitally. It has not been reissued, which is a crime. You can't get that physically on disc, so I watched it via the Criterion channel, I want to say. My absolute far and away favorite movie streaming service there is. You can keep your Netflix. I don't need it. I got Criterion, and that's great. Oh, my dog is pawing at me. That's okay. I'm about where I wanted to end up anyway. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to feed her. Whoa, error. YouTube is not responding. Oh, that's a good sign. Open Studio. YouTube is not responding. Huh. That's interesting. What? Oh, what is it saying? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain stream. Such view what? Hold on, I have to read this. Whatever, I think this is... Oh, it's just saying the stream... It's so stupid. Whatever, it's still working. It's saying the stream status is poor. Well, whatever, I don't care about that. This is not something where the fidelity of the video really matters. So... But, you know what, I'm pretty much where I want it to be anyway. So... because I had said this was going to be about 40 minutes. You know what? Actually, no. What I'll do is I have to feed my dog because she's now staring at me. So I'm going to mute myself for 5 minutes just so I can go feed her. Here, what I'll do is, in the meantime... Oh, I'll just do the be right back thing. Here we go. I will be right back. Be right back. unmute. There we are. Turn that off. Didn't even take me 5 minutes. I did that expertly. Okay, so. Oh, it's still the same text from my sister from before. Okay, thanks. I didn't clear it off my phone. Or I didn't clear the alert. So I'm basically just going to finish off these chains anyway, so this isn't going to go on too much longer. But she gets very demanding. She knows exactly what time it is. That is one good thing about my dog, is you can tell if she ever didn't want her food, I would know something was seriously wrong. That would be a very, very obvious sign that something was going on, because she runs like clockwork, as most dogs do. That's not as if it's not a special feature of my dog. Most dogs, they know when they eat. They know, and they will let you know that they know, so that you can eat. Not that you can eat, so that you can feed them. Not that you can eat, so that you can eat. Yeah. I don't think the dog's concern is me eating. I think the dog's concern is she's eating. I'm pretty sure. Don't have to think too hard about that one. Let's do that. But this is good. This is the last. The clothing pieces will not be as intricate as these. They're bigger pieces. See all these little in-between spots like that? There's not as much of that with the clothing. That's one of the reasons I kind of left it for last, is because it's doing this little stuff. This is the part that gets intricate, is going in between all these little, getting in these little spaces. Now, I could not do it, and nobody would really notice it, but I would know. So I can't not do it, because I would know. So even though a normal individual looking at this, especially zoomed out, are they really going to know that I didn't go into each of these little nooks and do that? No, they're not going to know that. Come on. But I'll know. So I can't do that, because I'll just know it. It'll just be in my head every time I look at it. So just how I am. It's how I'm built. Got that OCD thing happening. So I sit there and I go, no, you can't leave it. You have to erase it. I mean, if I missed one by accident, then I don't know about it, so it's okay. But if I know that I ignored it, if I know I didn't do it, then it's just going to bug me. See? So that's the difference. And I have noticed, I've done images, and then far, far later after I'd finished them, I would go in them to look at something, and I would notice that I missed something, and I'd be like, how did I miss that? Was that delicious? I'm talking to my dog there. Yeah? Good stuff? Right on time? Good. See? You're not a poor abandoned animal. We actually care. Now, of course, now she wants to get her toy and do something. She gets peppy after she eats. Was that delicious? Yeah, good. Yeah, just wandering around now. So, yeah, the chains should be the last thing that are more involved. After this, it should be the clothing stuff. Should be. I mean, these are big sections. These are going to be a lot easier, I think. There may be small areas that are intricate, but it's not going to be like the chains, and especially not like the Radiance lines, where it was a lot of being really, really careful. I do have to be cautious here. Hi, kitty. Let's be talking to my dog. Hi. Oh, see, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. So I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Hi. I'm talking to her because give me that. Here's another thing most dogs do. They don't give you the toys. Give me that. Yeah, I don't know if you're hearing her thrashing around with her toys. She's very good at destroying them. You might hear that. Yep. Mm-hmm. She's very good at killing them. Hey. Oh. Yeah, she's shredding it. Yeah, there you go. There's one for everybody. Yeah. Good thing we're almost done, because that noise is not going to go away. That noise is going to get worse. Huh. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's okay. We're just about done anyway. Last cleanup bits. Hi. Give me that. Get. Aha, I got it. No, don't. Don't want you running. You got to take it easy. Still trying to make her go a little bit easy on her legs. Alright, I think we are done. Yes, we are. We are done with the chains, it looks like, as far as I can tell. Oh, I missed something. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. That's what's supposed to be there. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. So we'll turn everything back on. We're going to go ahead and invert that. Go ahead and invert that. Check it really quick. Where's my dog? Oh, she's behind me. Okay. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. I missed something. No, that's the color. That's the color. Hold on. I screwed up the colors, which is probably right here. Yep. I missed erasing the color. That's a completely separate thing. There we go. Huh. Well, see, this is what I mean about finding stuff later that I missed. Right there. Perfect example. I was done with that how many streams ago, and I missed a couple of them. Looks like it's just those, though. Yeah. Okay. Going well. We're in good shape. So, there you have it. We're slowly but surely getting there. Slowly but surely. That's what it'll look like. Yeah. Perfect. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Gina, for stopping by, my sister. And anybody else. There was somebody I saw earlier. So thank you for coming by and watching the stream. That will bring it to a close for this evening and probably for this week. I might do a stream on Saturday. We'll see. Right now, I'm not planning to, but if the time opens up, there may be a little bit of sliver of time there. And if that happens, then I'll do it. But thank you for coming by. Whether you're watching live or later, doesn't matter to me. I just appreciate that you come by at all. Try to go be creative in your own way or experience some creativity with somebody else doing something else or somebody else drawing. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. But like I said, thanks for coming by. Keep a little bit of creativity in your life. I think it's good for you. Sorry about the background noise, but that's my dog, and that's just what she does. And because that noise is probably going to get louder. So I will just bring this to a close now. So until next time, insert boilerplate language here until I can think of something more clever to say. And on that note, thanks again for stopping by. And until the next stream, take care. Oh, that noise.